Nicki Minaj firmly believes that she is one of the best rappers and has set the pace in the industry.
Yeah. No, so she's like flying off the fucking handle and people are like, ew, like what is wrong with you? So
what's going on with Nicki Minaj?
Definitely needs rehab before she tries to do a tour.
Because it's the juice. And if you don't have the juice, you don't have it. So if you don't have the juice, you can't capitalize.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That big fire. Yeah, she kinda.
Chapter 2 of I Was Just Minding My Business, and TikTok decided to put this on my For You page, and I immediately was like, what's going on with Nicki Minaj? Is this paranoia? Is it real, or is it a PR stunt? Because in my hearts of hearts, I think it's a PR stunt, but I truly don't know. I'm actually very confused. I'm a little weirded out too. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little weirded out. Now, I will say this, her album is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I have had my critiques and opinions of Nicki Minaj in the past, but that album was fire. I will say I did not like the song with Drake. Every time I even see somebody play the song, I'm confused. I'm like trying to figure out, like, I'm sorry, do you actually like that song? Like, did you think it was a good one? Like, I don't know, maybe I was just expecting more from a Drake and Nicki Minaj collab, but I wasn't jamming to that. It wasn't something that I was like, oh, this is good. Absolutely not for me. However, a good 88.89%, is that even right? 88.89? Yeah, I guess we could say that percent of the album was phenomenal. I think there was only 2 songs that I genuinely just was like, yeah, this isn't really my jam. But before we get into what the heck is going on TikTok with Nicki Minaj, if you're brand new here, hello, my name is Pearl. We do reaction and commentary videos over here, so if that fancies you in any way, please do your girl a favor and give the like button some juice. I would really appreciate it. So what happened here, at least for me, right? So let me just run you down the timeline for me. So I just come across this video and all I see is Nicki Minaj basically commenting on this girl's TikTok over and over and over again, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, well, what happened? Like, why is this happening, and for what reason, and who did what? Because it's a full moon in Leo right now. It's a full moon in Leo. It's a very powerful full moon in Leo. So if you don't know anything, do this. Write down the negatives and the flaws that you feel are in yourself. Write them down. And on another sheet of paper, write the positive aspect of that. And then burn that other negative paper. And then get the positive paper and put it against your chest and put it under your pillow before you go to sleep tonight. Okay? And that's only if you are in a different time zone. As of this moment, at this time, I am in the UK. So it is looking like, you know, the full moon will be over very soon, at least if you want to do it before midnight. Everybody else, USA, go ahead and do that. You will thank yourself in the future for doing so. Now, I go down the rabbit hole trying to figure out what the heck is going on and why the heck Nicki Minaj is doing this. And I come across the video that I guess Nicki Minaj is pissed off about, pertaining to her needing rehab before she goes on tour. I don't know, but it's very interesting. So let's pop in here, hear what the girl has to say, and then we'll keep going down the rabbit hole. So if you're not caught up with what the heck this is, you will then be caught up, because at this rate, it seems to be moving pretty quickly and it seems to not be stopping. So again, I don't know if this has to do with the planets in the sky, but it is very strange to me, and I am really thinking this is a PR stunt. It has to be. I can't think of anything else that makes sense. But again, I could be wrong. The way I was like, what is going on over here?
Here is a new blind item that it's allegedly about Nicki Minaj. Speaking of horrible people, this foreign-born former A-plus list rapper definitely needs rehab before she tries to do a tour. It will be awful. And again, this is allegedly Nicki Minaj. And the related headline reads, Nicki Minaj unabashedly calls out other artists for ruining this hip-hop industry trademark. The queen of rap has something to say about the industry letting in new artists. Nicki Minaj believes that rap and hip-hop have been watered down by other artists. She predicts that the industry's downfall is a result of letting everyone in.
Now, this entire part, I just thought in my head, like, don't we already know that about Nicki Minaj? Isn't she pretty open about that? And obviously not the rehab part, because Lord knows I was like, rehab? What are we talking about here? Is this for real?
Nicki Minaj firmly believes that she is one of the best rappers and has set the pace in the industry. Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap in the music industry and the queen of drama. Although Nicki Minaj has her fair share of heartwarming moments that show her authentic, lovable side, it can sometimes be confusing when she finds herself engulfed in drama, especially with other artists. Such is the case with a recent comment she made regarding the state of rap and hip hop. Being the trailblazer that she is, her expertise and insight can be viewed as sincere or a bit harsh. Either way, she wasn't afraid to shine light on something she believed was an issue in the industry.
Which we already knew. Which we already knew. Again, not this rehab part, but definitely knew that she felt a certain way about certain people. I mean, we've all seen that. But her response is what is sending me. That is what is like, when did we receive a key to this version of Nicki? And there are people in the comment section calling her like, oh, Ninja Nicki is back, she's in her energy, yada yada yada. And I was just thinking like, girl, is everything okay over there? Because for me it's giving like guilty. It's giving like, let's attack this creator, whomever, because she's saying things about me that aren't true. And we all know if it wasn't true, like, wouldn't you just not say anything? But she's saying things, so it's making me think like, oh snap, like, was she in rehab? Does she need to go to rehab? Did she need to go to rehab? Is she going to rehab? And there are people in the comments that were like, oh yeah, you know, her nose is stuffed right now, so she's probably trying to heighten that high. And I was like, not y'all talking, who, how do y'all know this? You know what I mean? I was actually confused. So Nicki Minaj DMs this creator, and I'm just like, I can't even imagine. I'm just sitting down, Nicki Minaj in my DMs. Huh? What? And what I find a little weird is how calm the creator is. And she's just like, oh, I just think it's funny. And I think it's weird that she's commenting on my stuff like this. But for me, it'd be like, yo, Nicki Minaj is in your comment section. Okay. We must acknowledge that.
So I totally missed this comment because it looks like she quickly deleted it after writing it, but she did answer my question. It is me. I am the ugly disease. So thank you so much for joining in on this chapter of Nicki Minaj's DM riddles.
And so she's just laughing. So I'm in this rabbit hole just like, I'm sorry, what is going on, and why is Nicki Minaj even giving you the time of day? The time of day. Why are you on Nicki Minaj's mind? So it was making me think that this could be a PR stunt, because Nicki is fully aware of who she needs to be associating with to get the kind of press, traction, engagement that she would agree with, that she would want. So apparently she has some interview that's going on in 3 days or something like that. So I'm like, are they just working together and this is just some weird, let's all act crazy together right now to make everybody think that there's something going on that isn't going on? You know what I mean? Like, I just was like, wait, I'm confused. So let's get to the craziness of this comment section, because I was like, girl, you're Nicki Minaj. Like, why are we doing this?
So there were so many comments from Nicki Minaj on my most recent post, which confirms that she was calling me an ugly disease in her DMs. And these comments are just as unhinged, and I am not sure what the hell she's talking about. So the first one reads, allegedly close your legs to married men. You are allegedly racist. The second one says, you can't embarrass me because there's nothing you can say that people haven't heard, but now I'll share your alleged tea and the executives funding you. Allegedly, you do drugs with a married executive, allegedly, and God is about to pull you down to the pits of hell until you apologize, allegedly.
Just imagine Nicki Minaj in your comment section saying this. I would be, I don't even know the kind of emotions I would have. I'd be like, wait, Nicki, girl, hold up. Wait a minute. Don't you have something better to do? Don't you have something better to be doing?
Allegedly, stop allegedly sleeping with married men, allegedly. Your karma is near. My prophecies are always spot on. Repent, wicked woman. Repent. And she writes, I didn't delete anything. You are allegedly effing a married executive, allegedly. I'm taking a photo of this. Don't delete it, ugly.
So all of this, I'm reading the comment section and people are like, you need to get a lawyer. You must lawyer up. And I'm just like, lawyer up? The girl is saying allegedly like 500 times. I mean, I was just lost for words. I was like, is this actually Nicki Minaj? I almost thought it was Photoshop because I was so confused.
And then she writes, Friday 2, allegedly executive who's alleged D you are allegedly sucking, hate you. Stop deleting comments. You are going to this one. I'm not deleting comments. I've been posting videos of all of her comments. Then says, Barb's call to action. It is that this ugly and firm can't stop talking about the Pink Friday tour, report harassment, bullying. I think it's funny that she to have people me for harassment and while calling me ugly, same sentence. And then she writes, told his wife about spots a lot. Like this is just becoming hilarious.
I find it weird that she thinks it's just funny. That's what was making me think this is a PR stunt, because why are you commenting so much?
What?
Why isn't this in DMs?
You have been sucking up an alleged blind dumb item. Allegedly the male and female crawl like a and scratch behind infested.
It's like
And then I
every
could
word.
find show you vagina that married man you are allegedly.
Why? It's just why?
I love that to married the real just iconic.
It is iconic. It is iconic, but it's also confusing. It's very confusing, and I'm trying to figure out what the purpose is. And apparently, people in the comment section was like, "Oh, I guess we'll see in 3 days. I guess we'll see what's actually going on in 3 days, because we're not going to know until then." We gotta wait for this interview, which is making me think like, okay, traction for people to watch this interview. Is it not that?
Okay, so apparently the Nicki Minaj riddle saga is not over. So I posted a video confirming that she was in fact calling me an ugly disease in the DMs. And now she's commented on that video a bunch of times. The first comment reads, allegedly gloom and doom awaits you and the person you say you love. Allegedly, I'm doing an interview to discuss in 3 days. Then she writes, should I tell your little married man secret? Well, in 3 days, you'll see in this interview, I do. Ugh, his wife deserves this? No. And then she writes, Pink Friday 2, Gag City Tour, highest grossing and haven't gone out yet. And then she writes, you are allegedly being paid to attempt to say negative things about my sold out tour. Allegedly, I'm going to expose you. Just sit back and watch. Uggs.
Is she triggered? Let me ask you. Do you think she's triggered? Do you think this is a skit? Do you think this is some sort of... Because girl. And we'll get to other people feeling the way I feel. Because you're Nicki Minaj. Why are we doing this?
You can't embarrass me because there's nothing you can say that people haven't heard. But now I'll share your alleged tea and the executives funding you. There are no executives funding me. She also writes, your day has come, Pink Friday 2, again. Allegedly, the company has been paying you to pretend these are just random, but allegedly there are 5 superstars who are allegedly going to sue you. So she thinks that there's a company that is paying me to post blind items about her specifically. She also writes again, Pink Friday 2, Pink Friday 2. My top 5 on Pink Friday 2 today are Pink Friday 2 broke the Spotify and Apple Music record, #1 for 36 straight days.
Nicki.
No alleged here.
Girl.
What do we make of all of this? And what is she going to say in this interview in 3 days? I'm really curious. I have no idea what she is talking about. And again, I am not being paid to post blind items about Nicki Minaj. At this point, TikTok is barely paying me.
Which I found to be interesting as well. So... this girl's just doing it for fun. At least this is the narrative. She's just doing this for fun. This is just what she does. This is the content that she creates. Okay. And Nicki don't like it. Nicki either doesn't like it or is using it to her advantage. I truly do not know. But when I came across this TikTok, I really was in the comment section like, exactly. Because what is going on and for what reason?
Nicki Minaj doesn't know she's Nicki Minaj and it's pissing me off. Because, girl, you're Nicki Minaj. What the fuck?
What the F is right? So, y'all, I was looking through this comment section. And let me just read you some of what I was seeing on this comment section. And the first comment I see is Nicki Minaj commenting on this girl saying Nicki Minaj doesn't know that she's Nicki Minaj. And Nicki says, girl, the question is, who are you? The way I fell out my damn chair. I said, Nicki. She goes on to say, if you knew, you'd do better. Blessed day. Don't make me come back. Is that how we're feeling, Nicki? Is that how we're feeling? And then the comment right below that is, the way she proved your point too. And it's not to say celebrities need to be silent, but it's just, I mean, we've all heard silence is power, and some people just choose not to be silent. I'm one of those people. I don't really choose to be silent most of the time unless I really feel the need to be silent. But when you have a certain stature, you know, a certain je ne sais quoi, if you will, a certain, you know, I'm Madonna. I'm Beyonce. I'm Nicki Minaj. I am Eminem. I am, you know, just hell, Denzel Washington. You could say so many people, and it's just, you get hate. You know, you get hate. You get people saying all kinds of stuff about you, and you either address it or you don't address it. But most of the time, we don't really care if they don't address it, because at some point we all realize as a collective, like, oh, well, that's Madonna, right? So people can sit there and be like, yeah, Madonna got so much plastic surgery. She like, why did she do her face like that? Da, 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 da. But at the end of the day, like, that's Madonna. She gonna do whatever she wants to do. It's her face and it's her money. You know what I mean? And so she responds back to the Nicki Minaj's comment. And I was just dying, because honestly, yeah, I would have said the same thing. I would have said the same thing, because it's not that it was an insult, because it was not. And I feel like she handled it with grace. Because, again, imagine if Nicki Minaj were just in your comment section.
Nicki Minaj, this wasn't a diss, all right? This was not a diss. I promise you this wasn't a diss. I just feel like you're a queen. You shouldn't have to talk to peasants. You're you. But you can come back. Let me get 2 tickets for your Chicago show. Front row. Me and my best friend Steve, we're trying to see
front
you.
Row.
Just come back, and you could throw us down real quick, and we need backstage passes. We gonna have the hotel stuff covered in the flights, but yeah, let me get 2 tickets, please.
Please. The way I busted out laughing, I was like, wow. And that's exactly how I would respond, because it's not that we don't like your music, your aesthetic, but what are you doing right now? What is this? And I really just feel like this is just her trying to gain the traction of people wanting to figure out what's going on right now, and why does she feel the need to comment in this way for whatever this interview is going to be. And I'm excited for the interview. We will see what that is about. But can you guys let me know your thoughts? Let me know what you think this is, because the way I'm so unbelievably confused, I was like, Nicki, first of all, if they think you're in rehab and this is your response, it's given you have not gone to rehab yet. Is it not given that? It's definitely given that in some way, somehow, and it's creepy. And somebody commented, this is giving Tokyo Tony, and I said, exactly. It really is. It's really giving Tokyo Tony, because girl, you're Nicki Minaj. What is going on? This isn't even like a big news outlet. I mean, I guess, people do go to TikTok to get their information, whatever, but the way I just couldn't believe she just kept going and going and alleged and alleged and alleged and alleged. I was like, all right, Nicki girl, collectively, I want to know what you guys are thinking. So let me know your thoughts down below. I will be following what the heck happens next, because I feel like in the next hour, more things will happen. In the next 3 hours, tomorrow, more things will happen. Because apparently she was in someone else's comment section as well. And I don't really know. I don't really know what this is about. I don't know if this is a new wave that she's doing, a new marketing strategy, if you will. I'm not sure, but it's very interesting coming from the Nicki Minaj. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video, because I'm about to go watch Love Island. Okay, I need to go catch up with the girlies, okay, and have my banter. So yeah. We'll be following this, because girl, are you okay? I don't know if she's okay. I don't know.
Is there more?